How is that? There's only Ruffles in this.
I'll take it.
What's this?
Healthy.
I'm not too sure. That's like
Maybe it was just that whole day.
I think it's just different days throughout the whole month. Justice probably just did it ahead of time.
Ain't Justice here?
Good?
Justice said he don't know what that is.
No, it's black. That it has to be Black History, right? This? Oh,
Maybe it was just on the
yeah,
front.
we could use it though. I mean, I already got a Black History package.
You know what?
We could definitely use that for the rest of the month. Yeah.
Oh, I like how they do
No,
that.
I took it from
Here's
the printer.
today's New Orleans Black History Fact brought to you by, and somebody sponsored.
Buy the Brunch Bunch. Now.
That's a good idea for me to get somebody to sponsor this.
Surprised you haven't already.
Right.
Yay! Thank you, man. You want ice? Tamara, which one do you want? Orange or lemon lime?
Thank you, Jarrell.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you so much.
We got a minute and a half. Let me go get you some ice.
Will you talk to me?
Yeah. You got Stacy. You got a Stacy or no? Yes, you do. Alright. I'll be right back.
So what do you want me to do with the link?
You want ice for yours?
Mm.
You just want a cup in there?
Please.
1 minute, y'all. 1 minute.
Anisha.
Put your name in. How you want it? Yeah, how you want it displayed? You got the red nails too.
This is not often that I have red nails. This is for the Valentine's Day. It's pretty. The roses. And what's your name?
I'm Taryn.
Taryn.
Yeah, I'm just here because
I'm
just getting her content for her.
Oh, okay. That's cute.
Taryn works for the Attorney General, Kwame Raoul's office.
Oh, nice.
And she is, she does resumes. She just redid. Oh, let me show you what she just did for me. So you can get
15 seconds, y'all. 15 seconds.
Ice in here? Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Just a second.
It's Amelia.
5,
Wednesday.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It is hump day, y'all. We are midweek and it is almost over. You know, a lot of people crash and burn in this Wednesday, but I'm encouraging you to keep it high. Yeah, not just your spirits, but everything about you. Keep the Lord high. Keep everything high. Don't you get high. Keep everything else high. It's your girl Tamara and I'm proud of the studio. With your main man.
Action Jackson. And it is Winning Wednesday. And on this Winning Wednesday, let's celebrate the progress we made to keep pushing forward. Victory is not just about the big wins, Tammy. Sometimes people wait on the big wins, but victory is about showing up, doing the work, and staying faithful to the vision. You got what it takes, believers, so keep grinding and trust in the process.
You got to trust the process because sometimes it gets muddied up. If you're constantly looking at the news, I promise you it's the worst reality show on TV. And yesterday, the first shipment of immigrants went to the concentration camp at a Guantanamo Bay. Concentration camp.
I'll say this. I don't know if it's the worst reality show, but it may be qualified as the best reality show because it's the realest. Because most reality shows, they script them, they have them fighting. But this is the real deal.
That's why it's worse because it's happening in real time. Like literally, you could say to yourself, "Well, you know what? This is scripted. It's not real." Some things have been edified for the purpose of just art, right? But this is real. Like 12 people have been shipped off to Guantanamo. Now, granted, those 12 people were reported to be murderers, rapists, the worst,
right,
at the bottom of the barrel. But it holds 3,000 people.
Well,
3,000. Well, it will hold 3,000. Right now, it only holds 120 people. But that means every
he said he was
going to
do it,
and he did it.
And he's doing it. But
and you're going to take it, and you're going to like it.
Jarrell was over there looking like he was for the clap. I don't know. He was like, but I'll say this. That wasn't what shocked me because I'm expecting that. But when I was in the meeting last night, shout out to Sip and Save. I was on the south side, and I'm mid-sentence talking, and I glanced at the news, and like, Trump says we will own Gaza. And I was like, what the heck is happening here?
Yeah, everyone's saying the same thing. What the heck is happening? They're just not using heck. But you know what? we gonna keep it moving right here. You know what I love about the Brunch Bunch? I don't care what's going on in the world. We're gonna make light of it because you know who we actually serve, not the president, not the Congress. We serve a God that can never fail. It is not in the cards for him to fail. So all you gotta do is keep lifting him up. Trust and don't doubt. Don't doubt that we will be right back. Y'all keep it locked. This is Inspiration 1390.
Hey, what's up? It's your
Justin,
girl,
when
Mom.
I ask you, you ain't gonna be like, I don't know. I want you to figure it out. I know, but you gotta figure it out. You can't say it's on Zoe.
It literally is.
Right, but I'm saying now you text Zoe and be like, don't tell me it's on Zoe. You know it's on Zoe.
You can do it though.
What? The song list?
Or just,
Well,
I
I didn't know
mean,
that we didn't
I got a
have
list of songs. I just ain't got a song list.
Yeah, we
You want to just come take a picture of it so you'll know or you want to write it down or something. Yeah, that shit.
These are the nastiest chips I ever had.
It smell.
These are terrible.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Everything in red.
When I'm hungry.
Now, like white people. Can I touch that?
So I feel like you want to write it down.
How did I know y'all was gonna connect? Like literally.
Honey, I am so loving this whole look.
Oh Lord, Tabby
What's
better have
up,
red hair.
Felix? Thank you. So, hey, Tony. Hey, Felix.
Marcel, black
Tony, I love you. I hope that you had a wonderful
Tammy had
holiday.
red hair for a little bit. You had red hair for a little
1
bit.
minute.
didn't
I
you?
I had what?
You had red hair for a
Yeah.
little bit, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a few times.
I've had pink hair. I have had every color hair there is.
I'm glad you kept the black and brown. I like that.
You do.
Yeah. This brown is really nice right
I
here.
don't have blonde. I have blonde and brown. I mean blonde. Yeah, blonde and brown.
It's
There's
brown.
nothing black in here.
I'm saying when you wear your hair black.
You ain't never seen me with my hair. Yes, you have
I
one
have.
time.
I like
We
the
were in the
black.
old studio.
And you ain't like it. I like the black.
35, Black History.
I hate the black hair. Toy loves black hair. Today's the day I fast.
We got 30 seconds, y'all. 30 seconds.
This one, are you talking about the cookie? This is a diamond too. And then this one is
Be quick.
All right, we got 20 seconds. Black History.
Yesterday. Yesterday, Jarrell got so. It was like, yeah, it's 10 seconds. It's radio.
Bequeeze.com and get your favorite fragrance today. That's BEQUEESE.com. Bequeeze.com.
So without Black History, where will we be? You know, I am Black 365, unless it's a leap year 366, but I'm blackity black.
A lie. You said you wanted to race change.
You be quiet. All right, on this Black History fact, Madam C.J. Walker, the daughter of formerly enslaved parents, became one of the first self-made female millionaires in America through her successful line of beauty and hair products for Black women. She established a factory, beauty school, and a nationwide network of sales agents in the early 20th century. Her success helped pave the way for many Black entrepreneurs in the beauty and business industries. This Black History fact was brought to you by A. Elizabeth Clothing Line.
Well, that really seamlessly segues us to our first guest today. Because joining us here on the Brunch Bunch today is the multi-talented Anisha Williams. She's a beauty salon owner, a fashion designer, and a beauty and fashion content creator. So from sewing classes when she was just 11 years old to launching her own fashion brand, A. Elizabeth, and opening the Red Room Nail Lounge by 25 years old, Anisha has turned her passion into a thriving empire. Now with a growing social media presence, she's sharing her expertise in beauty, fashion, and self-care with the entire world. Get ready for an inspiring conversation on building a brand, staying stylish, and making your mark. We want to give a big brunch welcome to Anisha Williams.
That's a great introduction.
Well, it's all about you, sis. And for those of you who are not looking in online on either our Facebook or our Instagram,
Or
you are
YouTube.
missing a beauty. Like, seriously, she's not just a beauty salon owner and a fashion content curator. She is the embodiment of what beauty and Black excellence
So are
is.
you, Queen? You
Oh,
are gorgeous.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, now you girls done. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, all about you.
You know, Dave's got one job, right?
I'm
You
in the
doing your
room,
job.
okay? You know
A
what?
great job.
But Anisha, we're so glad to have you. I believe I was blessed to meet Anisha. A month ago, we hosted Genesis Music and Arts fundraiser together.
Oh.
And Anisha was my co-host, and I got to learn more about her and all the great things she's doing. And I wanted to highlight her and her business and her success story with the believers. So, Anisha, you started sewing at 11. You're a successful business owner. What started your journey at such a young age in beauty and fashion, and what was your passion for these industries?
I've always been extremely girly, like no matter what it was, hair, nails, makeup, like I would do anything. I would do my friend's nails in like 6th, 5th grade. I have a little kid doing them in my bed or on the back porch. So,
wait, y'all was getting nails done at 6 and 5th grade?
Yes, because
Okay.
you know how your mom is like, oh, you too young to be getting nails. And I'm like, well, what if I do them? And she was like, okay, because that was me being creative.
Right.
So I would go to the beauty supply store, grab all the stuff, hair stuff, and I would do it myself because I knew I wanted it done. So I would do my friend's hair, nails. I don't do hair now.
Oh, really?
But I just knew how to do it because I knew how I wanted to be. And
That was your
yeah.
talent.
And my mother and grandmother are extremely fashionable, so it's something that was instilled in me. Like,
oh, so it's legacy.
yes, yes.
So by 18, you learned how to turn your talent into a business, and that too is still very young. But what was the turning point for you, and what advice would you have for a person, a young entrepreneur who's looking to do the exact same thing? And maybe not necessarily in the fashion industry or the beauty industry, but any industry, because business principles really cross over no matter what industry.
Yeah. My turning point was I went to school at NIU for 1 year. And realized I absolutely hated it. So I called my parents. I'm like, I don't want to be here. And my mom was like, you need to go because she's in the medical field. She's like, no, you need to go. And my dad's like, well, come on home and just get to it. So I came home, went to school.
Wait, they just said come on home?
My dad did. My mom was like, wait a minute now.
Right.
You need to know what's going to be for real and what's going to be certain. But my dad always was like, just come on. You can always go back young because I was 18.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom eventually just fell in line because she saw how determined I was. She was like, oh, this girl not
This
like
is a non-negotiable.
yeah, she's like, she is serious. So I just I feel like the advice I would give is to do what makes you happy. I'm always focused on my happiness. No matter what it is, it's not about the monetary things. I do what makes me happy, and that's how I think I've been able to remain successful because it's happiness in God all the time.
And so it's not even a job for you because you're happy
it's
doing
not a job
it.
because I enjoy doing it.
In all thy ways, acknowledge God, and guess what? He
Always.
will direct your path. So, 18, you said college ain't the way. You came home.
Hated it.
I
don't love it.
Mama said, no. Daddy said, I've got you. Let's do this. Yeah. And at 23, so wait, let's go back because we about to skip to 23. So 18, you came home. What happened next? What did you do?
Okay, so I went to nail school actually because doing nails funded everything that I'm doing now. Like that funded my salon that I opened. It funded me being able to start my clothing line because I do everything cut and sew. I'm not like a boutique. Like I literally pick out my fabrics, everything. I pick out every piece, and then I have my manufacturers and my seamstress design all of my drawings because I draw all of my designs out, which I have on now. This is one of my pieces.
And it's fab. I'm getting it.
Thank you. And that was really expensive. I wasted so much money starting off trying to get good factories.
That's a nugget too.
Yeah. But doing nails, I went to nail school. Finished that, and I used to work in a suite building under and from there I opened a salon after working in suites and salons.
And nails funded everything.
It funded everything.
Wow.
I used to work night and day doing nails. I would get up 6 a.m. and I would have clients 6 a.m. at my mom's house. I used to do nails in my parents' house. I used to do nails in the basement.
My niece just opened up a nail salon in California. And it's so fabulous. I had to go out there and see it because when your niece is doing some things, you're like, it was so amazing. And I did not even know that nails were such a big industry.
Oh my goodness. People will spend their last. They will spend their last on their beauty services. So not just nails. Nails, hair,
Lashes.
people was lashes, they will spend
Yes.
their last dime. Like,
And it ain't cheap.
and it's not cheap because I do good quality work, and even the women that work in my salon are high quality technicians. So it's not a cheap like just walk in and
Come
get
on,
a
women
quick
that work in my
service.
salon.
Yeah,
You
women
young,
that work
huh?
in
very
my
lucrative.
salon,
It's extremely
honey.
lucrative because it funded everything.
So opening a full beauty salon, I mean, at such a young age, it's the Red Room Nail Lounge at just 25. It's a huge accomplishment. So what was the process like, and what sets your salon apart from other salons? Why would people come? Well, I can look at you and see that you're a walking billboard why people will come. But what somebody that doesn't see you would say, okay, let me look at this. Why would they come, and what would they expect once they leave?
So I believe so. It's called the Red Room because of the ambiance.
Mhm.
It's very grown, sexy, and just inviting, comfortable boutique style salon.
Mhm.
Not like your average chop, like you just want to come in, get service done, and leave.
Mhm.
It's very inviting, welcoming. Everyone is very pleasant. It's like a community. Like we all enjoy seeing each other. Like the people come in, like, oh, you here this week? Hey, girl. Like, so it's more of a fun experience, and instead of feeling like a chore to go get your nails.
Oh, it's the
and things
cheers of
done.
salons.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I built it out beautifully. It started as a State Farm when I got it. So it's a beautiful, but I had a cheat code because my father is a contractor.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of that stuff kind of was a little easier for me because he worked 30 days straight, like he was getting paid and didn't get a dime.
All right, Pop.
People looking for good contractors. You gotta give them a shameless shout out.
He said that I probably was the last big job he's doing because my dad is 65. And he's like, this is the last thing I'm doing.
Oh,
I
wow.
got him before he got tired because that was about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And yeah, he did all of the build out for me. And we've been successful since. That was 2020.
So where's the Red Room? I thought the Red Room was because you got red hair.
No, everyone thinks that.
I was like, oh, I get it.
No, when you go in, you'll see why. Because it's just very sensual and just, you feel like a new woman when you leave there. Just,
Come
you know,
on,
when you
woman.
think about, you know how you think about the Red Room, you think about just luxury and just
Sensuality.
Yes, and that's what it
sexiness.
is. Very sexy. The tone of the salon is very dark, but you know, lit for us to service people. The music we play is very neo soul. It's just very. It makes you feel like you want to be here,
Like you want to transform.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
A place of escape.
Yes.
exactly.
So where's it located for those that need this escape?
We are in Country Club Hills, Illinois, in the Heritage Plaza.
And where's that?
So that's the south suburbs.
I mean, what's the
The
address?
address.
Oh, I'm sorry. The address is 4065 183rd Street, Country Club Hills.
Sound like somewhere I don't want to go. That's a long way.
It's far.
183rd Street. Lord Jesus.
Let me tell you something else. You said a whole lot when you said people will spend a lot of money. People will fly to other cities to get their hair and nails done if they find somebody that they're
I have multiple clients that drive hours to come see me once every 4 to 5 weeks.
Because she don't take, let's talk about that. She don't take clients, nail clients. You got a select few that you do right now?
I have, like I said, remember I said I started this when I was young. So I have clients that have been coming to me for over 10 years. And as I've been growing in my other businesses, I have to make time to grow that one as I've grown the beauty salon. So I don't really take new clients often because I'm kind of full. Yeah. I'm full.
You booked and busy, sis.
But like I said, I do have amazing technicians that I trained at my salon, and I send them over to them. I say, hey, she's here. You can get your nail service by her. She was trained by me, so you're going to be just
In good hands.
Yeah, you're going to be in good hands.
So let's switch lanes for a second. Because you built a very strong social media presence, right?
Yes.
And so you're sharing beauty tips and fashion and hygiene tips on your social media presence. Where can people find you on social media? And how often do you actually go live?
I'm actually very present on my social media. I try to go live at least 3 times a week. I'm trying to be a little more consistent with that, but I post a lot of videos. Like I do beauty tips all the time. I do that at least once a day. I'm posting something once a day. fashion finds, how to style an outfit. A lot of times I'm showing them how to style my outfits because they're like, wait, how do
that
you
makes
style
sense.
this? Yes.
Makes dollars and cents.
Yes, it's marketing. So my social media handling is American Girl Niche. Niche spelled Neesh. And that's for TikTok and Instagram. And also my YouTube that I'm jump starting.
Come on, YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're doing some great stuff. You went from figuring out college wasn't the way for you. You went to nail school. You learned a great trade. You made clearly some good money. And you said, I am going to reinvest that money, open the salon. Salon is doing good. And you said, now I can move on to the next project. And so you've launched a clothing line. Let's talk about it.
Yes, A. Elizabeth is my baby. Like, I enjoy designing so much. I'll sit up 2 o'clock in the morning drawing new designs, and it's so fulfilling seeing my designs come to life because once I draw it out and then I send it over to my seamstress because I don't sew them myself. Once she creates it and I see it, and then the best part is showing it to my consumers, like my following, like, hey, I designed this. What do you guys think? And they're like, oh my God, this is great. Like, where is it? Drop it now. Like, where is it? Release it right now. Mm-hmm. So that's doing great. I really enjoyed that. That's my passion.
Well, I'm super excited about this because we're encouraging all of our listeners to shop Black. In this climate right now, when everything is being canceled, Black, DEI is being canceled, we really need to hone in on our own designers. Exactly. For all of you who are spending money at Louis Vuitton and Gucci, now you can go and spend money with this young lady.
Hey,
right?
Elizabeth.
Products that are worth the people wanting to consume.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like good quality products, not
fast
fashion.
I just touched your garment, and literally, it's super quality.
Yes.
You like the woman with the issue of blood. You touched the garment. You reached out. You reached out. If I can only touch.
That's right.
No, it's amazing. It is very nice. Let's talk about this because you just dropped a new
tracksuit.
Yeah, I'm like outfit. What we call it? Tracksuit. Talk about that and what it looks like, what it feels like, and why women should buy it.
Okay, so the winter season. So typically, I am a luxury resort fashion swimwear, luxury casual attire. So during the winter season, I started releasing these tracksuits, but I wanted them to be like luxury casual attire. Because, imagine going through the airport and you're like, I still want to look cute going through the airport.
Girl, you just said it. In the airport, you got to turn your head.
And I hate being casual, but I'm like, I have to find a middle ground for it. So when I designed this, I'm like, okay, you could be casual, but also still look luxurious. Because when I tell you how many times I get stopped when I'm wearing one of my tracksuits, they're like, where is this from? And even men, and not just the African-American community, everybody. Okay. So, did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah, so, luxury, casual.
Yes.
It is. Now, when Melissa always asks me, like, why are you dressing up to go to the airport? Because I'll be like, you know who I am.
Well, you got to look like who you are. And you got to look
and
like
I want
who you
that
want to
free
become.
first class upgrade, too. They ain't going to give me that, dirty jogging suit. But now you can wear a nice luxury casual outfit.
Yes.
And it's bedazzled on the bottom.
Yes, you can't even, the legs are heavily bedazzled. But just enough where we look nice.
Yeah, it's not
still
overdone.
Rich. It doesn't look cheesy. We don't do cheesy.
So for those people who are you captivated them with your fabulous interview right now, and the address, of course, is 4065 183rd Street at Country Club Hills. Do you have any upcoming events that people can actually in person come and see all of what you're doing?
I actually currently don't because I've been so busy building everything and trying to release my new collection. So I don't have any current events. However, I do usually turn my salon into a pop-up store for A. Elizabeth once a year. So we clear everything out and we turn it into a full retail store.
Smart.
And when we do that, I let everyone know to come by and you can shop on hand because the brand is.
So what's
online.
the release date?
I can't give you that right now.
But you're going to come back and let us know.
Yes,
I'm
come back and let you. Yes, I'll let you know when the release date is. It'll be this spring. But no current events, but I will always keep people posted on my social media.
So how can they follow you again? Make sure they
American Girl Niche. Niche is spelled Neesh. That's on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
Now, if they want to purchase one of these luxury casuals, tracksuits, or any of your other items, what's the website?
So the website is aelizabethofficial.com. Elizabeth spelled ELIZABETH. aelizabethofficial.com.
So if it doesn't say official, it is not
It
a
is
Elizabeth.
not official if it doesn't say official.
That's right. You are official, sis. Well, listen, you are doing some amazing things. It is our honor to have you here in Black History Month because you are a young woman who is trailblazing the path for those who are following you. And we want to just put our prayers around you and keep climbing, sis.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, listen, Anisha, that's Elizabeth is doing some amazing things.
Yes.
And I'm sure you know Gino Williams. Yeah, look.
That's my father.
I know. He said, I love my baby. He said, I love my baby. So shout out to Pops for supporting her dreams and loving.
He's on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, he's in the radio waves. I can see clearly now.
You did a great job, Gino.
Yeah, shout out to parents. I hope this testimony is support your young people. Your vision for them is not God's vision for them. And when God gives them a vision, it's up to us to support the vision because he provides the provision. So we're praying nothing but success for Miss Anisha Elizabeth and Elizabeth. If you're in the area or you're not in the area, you just want to pull up to a luxurious nail salon
experience. Not just a salon.
Go to the Red Room Nail Lounge, 4065 183rd Street. I'm like, where's the West? I'm like, where's the West?
No, it's none of that. It's none of that. It's just 183rd Street Country Club Hills. That's all you have to put into your navigation.
Bring me back to the West Side, and that's what I'm gonna do for you, believers. We going back out west. But you know what? We're gonna keep this party rolling. We got a great show for you. It is Winning Wednesday, and we're praying that all of you win, just like Elizabeth is doing and making Black history right now. We got way more to share right here on the Brunch Bunch on Inspiration 1390. I mixed it up in the face.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Kimberly Mayfield said excellent.
Yes.
Kiba Webb said, go Anisha, love you, cousin. So proud of you. Chris Rowe. Do you know Chris Rowe? Okay, but he gonna say, he joking with, she must be important. You don't have any shades on for this interview.
That's right.
Oh, the shades.
No, normally I have my shades on because sometimes I'll just roll my eyes up in the air and I don't want anybody to see that. Well, I'm glad that I wear everything on my face. And it's not that I'm shading my guests or anything. It's just something will go through my mind and they'll think it's them. So I put them on. Well, let's take pictures. You guys, go to her website. Pull up in Country Club Hills. I promise you will not leave the same way you came. Not leave looking the same way you came.
Chips are nasty.
You still eating them?
But I'm always. When you be quiet? Yeah, give us our mic back.
This was fun. I can't wait till y'all ask me for that.
Oh, that's how you put that
Oh, the mic.
Look at that.
Hey, Tamara.
Show her what you made me.
Oh,
Great
your
bio.
Okay.
She hooked my new bio up. And she's making a break.
Y'all gonna take pictures?
12:35.
Oh,
How much time we got? Just the end of the song?
No, we got time.
pictures. Oh,
Yep,
You said
Stacey's out
coming
there.
in?
Stacey's coming. Hey, he's here.
y'all got 30 more minutes. Somebody else. I'm doing something on my list. Let me do a little long. I'm still. We're going to take pictures.
What's up, man?
How you doing? Yep.
You got that little I got my guy, he's about to call in right now. How are you?
So you got somebody calling in?
Yeah. Dion's gonna be calling in. Dion. So he'll already be on the line. call in now. So he's just on hold. What's up, folks?
What's going on, man?
Not much, not much.
Good. What was that show about?
She's a makeup artist. That's your man right here. Is it a 4748? Is that him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Should make up what like for who? Like
How you doing? How you doing? This is 1390.
Celebrities.
Sir, how you, man?
I'm good. All right. Oh, you Stacy Chauncey's guest?
Yes, sir.
What's up, D? What's up, D?
All right, he can hear you now.
Yes, sir. What's happening?
All right, now we not on there, so you'll be on hold for a minute till we start talking about that. Then we'll bring you in.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah, y'all to Charlotte. Does she have her own location?
Yeah, out in Country Club.
Country Club Hills, 183rd, yeah.
Higgins. I'll send it to this one.
You all right, bro?
I'm good.
I pulled my back so bad.
Oh,
Yeah, I barely.
I'm looking like, huh?
I couldn't move yesterday.
You know, man.
I've never thought about stretching ever, and when I work out every day and don't stretch, I think it just adds up eventually and just bang.
You know what's crazy is you
bad.
never see any type of cat or dog that gets up without stretching.
That's a great point.
My dog stretches before he even moves.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they know. Let me stretch.
Oh, that's a great point. Dang. Like back in high school, I messed my shoulder up, so it went down to my lower back. But that was like when I was 17.
Am I sending that to Herzell, or am I
to the
sending
Brunch Bunch one? To the one you've been sending.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I'll send it on Friday.
Okay, sounds good. I'll let her know. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the same for February.
Well, she had mentioned till she get back with me, let me know based on me bringing a boy in.
Okay, I'm just working with the information.
I got it. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm not tripping at all.
No, but yeah, I'll get back with her in February.
Yeah.
After February, back in March, I should say.
Turn this all the way down.
Yes, sir. You need a phone stand? Yours full, so it's perfect.
Yeah. Can you see me?
Hey, Stacy.
What's up?
I took your phone off of that.
Princess Madonna wanted to. What's up, Stacey?
What's up, King?
Hey y'all, I'm back. Okay, so I promise you I'm getting ready to go get my tracksuit because I'm going to the airport fly from
So
now on.
tracksuit, I'm thinking jogging suit though, but we don't
But
call
that's
it jogging.
no more.
No more.
You can't call that.
Yeah, that definitely ain't jogging in that.
You definitely not jogging. You jogging in that.
Your mom said keep God first.
Is Kiba her mom?
No, her dad wrote it for her.
Oh, that's sweet. So we have amazing guests, right? And particularly during Black History Month. But we are a subscriber of Black History Month 365. So that's Black History Month every day, right? So you gotta find your hidden figures in your neighborhoods. No, I didn't, Tony. I had to go out of the country, but I'm back on my functions. Okay, so give me a minute. Delayed is not denied. Where's my Stacy Chauncey?
We got 2 minutes, y'all. That's good. 2 minutes.
We just kicking about business.
We got 2.
We standing on business.
And Marcel, we got a phone call too. All right.
Kicking it on business.
Stacy Chauncey got to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneur.
I got the thing.
Entrepreneur.
Attention, entrepreneurs.
I love how she says that.
She needs to coin that. Now, that's her thing.
Trademark.
That could be the trademark. Entrepreneurs.
It's a lifetime of memories, hard-earned and cherished.
Can you make
And
sure I
secure
get
on a mission, they understand what it means to protect these memories. As a strict, authorized dealer, they stand guard over 1 million homes and businesses, ensuring safety 24
Hey,
hours,
Jerome.
365
We got one, y'all. We got one.
days a year.
Tony just sent your
Nasty
address to the
chips.
DM.
I know you did it already, but do it again so
I'm
that.
still backstage.
Commercial right now. What you talking about?
Your camera ain't on, Stacey.
I'm not
There you go.
backstage now.
Right, we don't want to put you up there with no
45, y'all. And we got the caller. Don't forget the caller.
Oh, we have a caller?
Yes,
Yes,
Stacey's
my boy
guest.
Dion. Talk a little bit about my journey. He was part of my journey.
Okay. What I'm gonna do
Not
is
for-
I'm gonna
for-
turn
for-
the
for.
headphones up so you can. We got 30 seconds, y'all.
Gang, gang, gang.
3344. Call
Can't say
today
that on
and
air.
make a wise
What'd
choice.
you say?
I'm not with them.
Can't say that on air.
I'm not with them. I'm not with them.
You
What's the
are
next
them. You are them, they, and those.
Bless me.
Know your pronouns.
No, I'm he.
Okay, yeah.
I'm acting.
Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, we didn't play that one.
Stacey
See, taken.
Bless
All right, we going in, y'all. We going in. We going in.
Guess what?
It's time for the Chauncey Code. It's time to automate to elevate. It's your man, Stacey Chauncey. Let's go.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. What's up, believers? What's up, Marcel? Tammy? Glad
What's
to see
up?
you
What up? What up?
You done set the tone. We were black on the block.
Yeah.
How y'all doing this wonderful Wednesday?
We are awesome. You know what? When you came in, you said we just gonna kick it on business today.
We
And
standing
the
on
business is New Year business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? Secure Home and Automation is doing some amazing things. I had known firsthand because you've done some amazing things for me, and you've got some amazing things to do on your wish list for me as well. So you are the owner of Secure Home and Automation.
I
You
is.
partnered with Brinks. And for those of you who are on 1390 with us, you know that Secure Home and Automation is as much a staple as Brinks is for here, right? So tell me something. When did you decide that you wanted to open up your own business in home security?
You know, that's a great story. So in 2014, there was some going through a few trials and tribulations. I've been working with ADT at that point as a regional, doing some training, so on and so forth. And I hit a roadblock where I was basically kind of being forced out of the organization. They were not going to allow me to be promoted anymore within the organization. And so at that point, I had to pivot. And so it was not an easy pivot because when you're getting forced out of some place and you're not really prepared, at that point, you find yourself kind of scrambling. And so what I ended up doing basically was my business partner, well, not my partner, one of my best friends who's on the line, he'll chime in shortly, came up from Charlotte, put my business plan together. Because I didn't have the finances to get it started, we will come back to that piece because I let him talk a little bit about that piece. It's really kind of funny. I would not necessarily expect any of the believers to do it, but when God gives you a vision, it's your vision, and you have
yours and yours alone,
and yours alone. And so the vision I had that it was time, and the fact that it was time to do it, I had to move on without even talking to anybody about my vision because that's how plain it was to me.
Well, you know, I want to ask that question because we are celebrating heroes in Black history this month, and of course, you are definitely a hero in Black history and an inspiration to people who have thought about, let me try the entrepreneur road. However, just fearful, and you know, fear is the false evidence appearing real. And so you partnered with someone, and you all took that fear out of the equation, and now you and your partner, who we have on the line.
Right. And so we're not partners in that sense, but we're brothers in the sense that.
Well, that's the best partnership.
Absolutely, because we've been knowing each other so long.
So y'all partners.
We partners. At one point in Michigan, I was his manager in the security company, and then just grew from that for us to really become brothers, and we're accountability partners on a day-to-day basis because he runs a very profitable business in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's a custom door business.
Well, I like that. So let's stop talking about him and let's talk to him.
Mr. Brooks, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hey, Mr. Brooks.
How you guys doing today?
We're doing amazing, and thank you for joining us. That's right.
Is it a brunch bunch? So I wanted Dion just kind of tap in a little bit to when he came up here, and what did that look like, Dion? If you can sum that up, what was that year like?
Yeah. So actually, me and Stacey a little bit over time and make it kind of quick for you guys. A little bit over time. We talked about me coming up there to do business and get the business up and rolling. So when I came up to Chicago, actually 10 years ago, 2015, actually this month.
Happy anniversary.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. And Stacey had the business kind of up and rolling. When we got threw my life away to come up there and do business and get his home security business up. The roadblock was what happened was he couldn't get funded and he couldn't get his license on the business. So what happened was I told Stacy at this particular point we got some decisions to make because he was kind of backed up on, and I think I could throw that.
My rent wasn't paid.
He was backed up.
Let's just keep it 100.
I'm like, tell the story.
Come on with it.
He was backed up on rent. Let's call it what it is. And he was about to get put out. And I told him, man, you're going to have to move. I'm like, how many months are you? He said, I'm like 3 months behind. I'm like, bro, we got a business we trying to grow. You're 3 months behind on your rent. I'm like, this is not a good look. So he gonna tell you the story, but at that particular point, I told him, let's chop it up, let's get rid of this place, and let's go and start.
So what he actually said, believers, let me tell you what he actually said. He said, in the middle of the night, we need to pack your stuff up, and we need to get up out. Absolutely, we need to get up out of here. And I stood on business and said, I'm not going anywhere. I said, I'm gonna go down and talk to, and I'd already talked to him. He didn't know that. I spoke to management. I'd never been late a day in my life on my rent, always on time, before time. And the manager at that time said, hey, listen, I'll do the best I can possibly do. I can't guarantee you anything because it's not necessarily my call. But, I'll try to do my best to help you see through this particular season. And so every day I would come in and see if I had a notice on my door. And by the third month, in actuality, I was able to start making arrangements to catch up on my rent.
Wow.
So I went down and talked to the gentleman. I started doubling up my rent.
You were a man of your word.
Yeah, I was a man of my word. And so I stood on that because what I was telling my brother Dion is that, for me to leave out in the middle of the night, it's not going to fix anything because now I can't.
And that's not your character.
And I can't get a place anywhere.
Right.
At that point. So I need to just basically stand in the gap, and do what we need to do.
Face it like a man.
And face it like a man. It was an absolute blessing that we did. And by that 6th month, I caught everything up.
Wow.
And we started to move forward. But because I didn't have my license, it took a while going through Springfield to get licensing. Because I didn't have the financial backing, my rent that I would have paid was used to help get the business going. So I wasn't just not paying just to not be paying. It was a method to the madness. And that really allowed me to jumpstart the business. I never told any of my wealthy friends because I didn't want anybody saying, no, man, what you doing? So on. Because again, Tammy, it was my vision.
It was your vision. And sometimes when you don't have money and you have your word, you got more than money.
Yes. Yes. And so that really, I think my mom and my father just for giving me that type of strength and to be able to stick to it. In spite of what it may look like to other folks, what it looks like to me was totally something different.
You know what it says though? Because you give that blessing right back to your customers. They don't have to have upfront money because you went through that whole situation yourself. So sometimes the struggle is real because you've gone through it and maybe you've passed it, but you didn't forget it.
You're 100% correct. The other part of that is, well, you don't know no better. You can't be shook in a sense. Like one of my first clients was Leak & Sons Funeral Home. And I had no clue in terms of how they were just a Chicago, own great. Just everybody knew Leak & Sons. I went in knocking on the door saying, hey, y'all need cameras. Y'all need security. Y'all don't have nothing up in here. And Spencer put me out several times, right? By the 8th time, he said, let me talk to this guy, right? And it ended up being a major blessing. I ended up doing the funeral home, his home, and some of the other relatives' homes.
Wow.
But it starts there, though.
Yeah.
Believing in yourself.
Well, entrepreneurship is not easy, and it's not for everybody because, like, I'm sure that I can say this, and everybody who has been or is inspiring to be an entrepreneur wakes up every day and say, oh, you know what? This is the day it's all going to fall apart. And then it doesn't. So you do it again the next day.
Right.
But what keeps you motivated to push forward? Is it Dion?
Well, that's a great question. With Dion, we keep each other motivated. Dion has $1 million business in Charlotte, and he goes door to door at his age, right? Going door to door on a daily basis.
Shade, Dion. Shade.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
That's a compliment because at the end of the day, yeah, he does it very, very well. I've never seen anybody do it the way he does it. But we motivate each other. We hold each other accountable. We are accountability partners. And we're able to bounce things off one another. And so that helps his business and it helps my business in its twofold. One thing that we know that we didn't get here by ourselves. right? And if you have any kind of business or you want to have any type of business, you have to get there with somebody on your team and create somewhat of a tribe.
So you took it from ADT by choice or by force, and you went and partnered with Brinks, right? So what made you choose Brinks, and what sets it apart from the other security companies that you've been involved with?
That's a great question. Everybody knows the name ADT, right? But everybody knows the name Brinks.
But let me tell you, I know ADT, and I got some stories about ADT, and they ain't pleasant.
And I think for me at that point in time, I've always kind of rooted for the underdog. I've always been the underdog, so to speak. And so ADT had the major platform at that particular time, but I felt like we could go after their base, because a lot of people had ADT. And so as a Brinks dealer, I would go after those customers that were not happy, some of those newer homeowners, and then bring them over to the Brinks side. And so that was the deal. Had I became an ADT dealer, with them having such a large presence in the Illinois area, I would be stepping on my own toes.
Yeah.
Right? So I need to go after some of that business that nobody had thought about.
That's amazing.
Well, is it so amazing that you can get out your phone?
I'm not. You know what? It's people like you to get this country a bad name. I thought it was Trump and you. I am looking through. I was reading up on some stats about safety and security. Right. That's what I was doing. Because anytime that Stacy is here, we like to share the facts. And actually, while I was sitting here, a grant opportunity just got emailed to me about all of this public safety and shootings, right? And when you think of that, now they're funding because we got so many shootings, but it's another reason why we need more homes protected with home security. And if you're underprotected, you want to call.
That's that magic number is 866-447-3344. The number again is 866-447-3344. I think you touched on something very important, Marcel, because the police can't do it all. That whole block club vigilante type witnessing what's going on your block is so important now more than ever. And since we have automation, we definitely need to use it. And so if you have cameras on your house, if you don't have cameras on your house, the chances of someone coming to your house is more prevalent because they can spot when you don't have cameras, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the other piece is that you hold your neighbors accountable and they hold you accountable, because if something happens, you can share that video and come closer to catching those criminals that are vandalizing neighborhoods, because they usually go neighborhood by neighborhood.
They do. And you know what, Stacy, in the spirit of Stacy, you can't make this up. I was actually with a business owner today, and I went into their business and one of their glass doors was boarded up. And I said, what happened here? I don't want to be nosy, but what happened? I'm like this.
I want to be nosy if I go in and you're boarded up, because I want to know if they're coming back.
Right. I'm like, was it a shoot? I'm like, hey, neighbor. But he said, well, what happened? Someone broke in. And I said, wow. He said, I won't say the joke that I said because then I won't get a business away. But he said they broke in, but long story short, they did it on several businesses down the block. They were just going from business to business. But luckily, the one business down the street had the camera right there in his face too. So they were able to identify and catch the perpetrator because of the camera system. So you can't make that up though. No. Like literally, that was the combo. But so many of us are underprepared, underprotected, undersecured, because we may have. When I started out, I bought the cameras. The guy said, "Yeah, just give me $300. I'm gonna put the cameras up." But that was it. It was no monitoring. There was no real recording. But you got to call people like Stacy with Secure Home and Automation, because you want real good security and protection. Because here's the deal. If you don't have that camera footage for the insurance company, it's a lot harder to get that claim through too.
Yeah. And you know what I love about Stacy and Secure Home Automation and all its partners is very passionate about serving our people, especially in the Black community. And I'm not saying that you won't serve other communities, but that's where the biggest gaps are. And that's where most of the crime happens, right? So what drives you to that commitment, and how does your work reflect that mission, even though I know the answer to that?
Well, I think it's important to really, in our community, get the message out that there are some major resources at their fingertips that they can utilize to put their family in a better situation when it comes to protecting what matters most to them. They don't have to just get on the phone and dial someone they have no clue about, right? And then give them all their personal information over the phone that they have no clue about, and expecting them to protect their home. When they can reach out to one that's local, that's part of the community, that gives back to the community, and wants to make sure you really understand what's available to you.
And you know what? Before we put anybody on this show, we vet them, we try them out. So if you see anybody on this show, if they're selling mortgages, we got a mortgage from them. If they're selling widgets, we got a widget from them. And before they get on here, we want to make sure that those widgets are working and those mortgages are mortgaging.
Well, let me put this disclaimer out. There may be one or two that stuck on here and we couldn't have vetted them up. But if you don't see them no more, that means we vetted them afterwards. But we are a platform that gives voice to the voiceless.
Yes.
We shine lights on people that are doing things that are unseen. And we just want to make sure that our listeners leave better than they came.
Yes.
But when they're partners of ours, like Secure Home and Automation, we are on them. You know, if somebody called me and say Stacy didn't ask, I'm gonna call Stacy because that's how we do it. And then Stacy gonna be like, "Well, I did ask," and I called back and left a voicemail. You know,
and they check the voicemail.
They ain't check the voicemail. The Bible teaches us and all that get an understanding, and we can't jump to conclusions. So that's why we're here to help and educate you. But we can assure you that if you call Secure Home and Automation, you're going to be taken care of.
And in order to call them, you got to get the number, right? 866-447-3344. 866-447-3344.
I heard a little Shirley in you when you gave that number, too.
I got it from her. I loved it.
You heard it. I said, go ahead.
You know, I want to give a shout out to Pastor Isaac Floyd of Joy Fellowship. When I started in 2015, I was trying to figure out where I would set up from a brick and mortar perspective. And he had, out in Lansing, he had a large church, and he rented some of that office space out to business owners. And I'll never forget the conversation he had with me. He said, "I believe in what you're doing. You're doing something great for the community. Come over here and you pay as much as you can pay, whenever you can pay. I just want you to get up and running." And so I'll never forget that. Whenever he calls, I go running. Whenever he needs something, it's never an issue. Because when people believe in you and they see good in you,
you better talk about it.
That's just real talk. And so there wasn't a dream center around where people could sow into what I was doing, that believed into what I was doing. And now that's out here for the believers. So the reason I just kind of wanted to talk about that today and not necessarily just shove security down their throats, because if you have a vision of something that you see yourself doing, and you sat on it for a long time, this is the time to start doing it now.
And that's so important, because when people are looking for whatever they're looking for, if you find somebody that you trust, and most people trust the Brunch Bunch, right? Then it's a no-brainer, right? Because we've already done your homework for you. So Dion, you still there?
Yes, I am.
So first of all, we want to thank you for taking Stacy out of a dark place and putting him into the light. Because we are all better off for that.
My man.
I appreciate that.
So to both of you, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's my big brother. So I always, me and him look at each other. Without him, there's no me. Without him, we both have came through this entrepreneur game together, and I love him, brother.
And we hear you paid. If you need somewhere to send an offering, it's nothing but the truth, so help me God.
So to both of you, real quickly before we run out of time, do you remember your first notable client and what was the experience like?
Well, I had a few, and it was notable for different reasons. First one I told you.
You had a few first?
First, the leaks.
Your leaks. That's why I was like, you missed that one.
I did, but we didn't ask that question to Dion.
But the other one was a customer that I'll never forget it. He asked me, said, "Are you black owned? If you black owned, I don't want to do business with you." And so I was like, really?
Was it Trump?
No. And he said, I just don't have great experience with African American companies. And I just said, listen, at the end of the day, I'll get my sales manager out here. And me and Dion used to play off of each other, so on and so forth, and just keep it moving. So he never knew that till after the fact. I went back to see him 6 months later. He was excited about the system. Then I told him I owned the company.
Wow. Unfortunately, there's so many people, even Black people, that say the same thing. Yes. But let me tell you something. As a Black entrepreneur, we are required to work harder, longer. And while you're sleeping, we're up. Absolutely. If you get a chance to look at our Congresswoman,
yes,
she went straight through it. We have to be better. We have
gotta
to go
be
longer.
better. Well, Dion, thank you for joining us on the Brunch Bunch. Stacy, we always enjoy you. Until next bat time when our security expert is here. But I do want to shout out Mother Margaret, who came to me at the church because she was giving Stacy's number to her property managers so that they could upgrade their systems. Make sure you call 866-447-3344. Also, shout out to Miss Irma and Miss Betsy from Bellwood. I forgot to shout them out Monday. They came up, they listened every day.
Irma
and of
Betsy,
course, they were looking for you. Tamara fell on the air. And of course, Miss Daintree McFadden, the first Black woman owner of Wetzel Pretzel in Illinois.
Really?
Yes, and she said it's all because of the Brunch Bunch. But speaking of that, it just came to me. I saw her Saturday. But you know, it's so amazing what we do here. We encourage you to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know that you love them. Tell someone that you do know that you love them. Love will begin to spread like a wildfire. Tamara fell on there. I love you.
I love you, Action Jackson.
Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you too. Up next,
it's AC Green. We know we do it all night long, and I hope that you remember us all night long. Until tomorrow, y'all. Stay optimistic.
Oh, man, we ready. Jarrell was sweating. He owed us 30 seconds. I ain't going to say nothing. No,
guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you, Dion.
Love you. Tony, be patient with me, okay?
No.
I'm doing a lot
all
of
about
things,
New Orleans.
but I won't forget you. I promise, my most excellent promise. Y'all, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Maurice Island, thank you so much for spending time and space with us. I hope to see you tomorrow. You guys have made us number one. We want to stay there. Thank you.
See y'all.
Bye. See you tomorrow.